like your favorite tavern owner, bar manager, cantina owner, whatever. Remember to tip those wiki bartenders 20%. No droids, bounty hunters, no Raylos, no Ray Nobodies. None of that. No Kyle Ron fans. I was gonna do a video today about the Galaxy's Edge poster, which has Kyle Ron on it, and I decided not to. I still might talk, I'm gonna probably talk about it here, but I'm not gonna, upload a, great, excellent. I'm not gonna upload a video on that. So, was out shopping, got my hair done, obviously. Hey, Deborah. And, Doomcock shocked me. Normally, we get like one video or two videos like this a week. We got two. Hey, Vader fanatic. Now, I'm going to caution you on this. Everything with a grain of salt. But, I gotta say, hey, Troy. I gotta say, there's something afoot. Now, he mentioned it might be Indiana Jones 5. I don't think it is. Anytime someone likes to say Harrison Ford was injured worse than they reported, he's wandering around London with no sling, looking pretty goddamn good. Okay, I don't think they're letting him do any of the action scenes. I just got done watching a BTS reel of his stand-in with the little dots on his face, and the guy looks like Indy. It looks like he's being chased through the Apollo 11 parade in New York. You guys, what I saw, it's gonna be classic Indiana Jones. If they get the deep fake right, I'm gonna be the one in the middle section laughing my ass off, because it's gonna be fucking great. And it just to me looks like a Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, little pinky fingers all over the place. It just, if I'm allowed, I'll post these, the videos that I got from that. Thanks, as shorts or something here, because they're awesome. They really are awesome. And they got this huge actor. He's got to be 7 feet tall. He's got to weigh 400 pounds. Chasing him down the street. It's really funny. Indy's riding through the parade on a black horse, and he rides right through a banner, and it's covering him. It's gonna be awesome. That's where it's gonna be good. What I think they're gonna do is I think they're gonna have Ford do all, like the regular normal scenes, and let the guy who's standing in for him, the stunt man, do all the action scenes, which I think they probably should have. But Harrison has to learn things on his own, and he has to be the one to decide for himself when it's time to slow his roll a little bit. He looks great, walking around Mayfair like he owns the place. He's like the mayor of Mayfair now. So, but anyway, hey, Santa Dave. I don't think the announcement has anything to do with Indy. And as far as the Antonio Banderas casting, that was probably decided months ago. Even script doctor said that he was going to be in it a long time ago. And my feeling is there's going to be, all right, if you remember your World War II history, remember, a lot of Nazis escaped to Argentina and South America. Brazil, Uruguay, Chile, you name it. Because there were governments down in there that were very friendly to the Nazis. So I think there's going to be an Argentine or South American connection. You gotta remember that while they were there, these escaped Nazis, they started their colonies, and Mengele was still doing his fucking experiments. All right. I'm just telling you that right now. Okay. So there's probably that connection to Indy 5. All right. So that's where I think Antonio Banderas comes in. And that's why I think he's in it. Now I could be wrong, but that just is the thing that makes sense. Is historically accurate, historically like relevant to the era as you can get. I mean, this is literally taking place at the end of the decade, after the Israel captured Adolf Eichmann in, was it Brazil, Argentina? I can't remember where they got him, but so, and there's still people down there. Ha ha ha, Euler Greg. Hey dude, I talked to Craig about some stuff yesterday. It's but yeah, so they're gonna go. That's probably the connection is escape Nazis in Argentina or Brazil or Chile or something. Okay, so anyway, so what could the if anybody wants to in there, if Mazurus is here, tell Craig I'm live. Okay, because he just posted something and I can't get to him. I can't get to Messenger. So anyway, what could the announcement be? Now, yesterday I said it could very well be they're announcing the Acolyte, but I don't think it's going to be the Acolyte. They could be announcing Mando 3 is starting to film. Da, da, da. I mean, yeah, we know. Not a big deal. They could be announcing that Ahsoka's starting to film. Why would this be like, and the funny thing about it is the way Doomy talked about it, there's rumblings, there's things going on. There's shit going on at Disney and Lucasfilm. And a lot of the stuff that he's been getting seems to be coming right out of Disney, not just Lucasfilm. The stuff that I talked about yesterday came out of Lucasfilm. Okay, so what could they be announcing? It could be personnel changes. They're announcing how the restructuring's going. And I'm going to tell you something. The timing is very interesting because their third quarter earnings report is coming out on August 2nd. Okay. Think about it. All right. It couldn't come sooner. So what could it be? It could be personnel changes, restructuring. They might just be saying fuck it and announcing that whoever's taking over Lucasfilm. I don't think so. They could be announcing, a new the new Skywalker TV show, streaming show. They could be announcing Solo. Or, and this is the thing that makes me go, because Doomcock mentioned something that Gina posted on Twitter saying it's too late to beg. Batgirl saying it's too late to beg. And you could look at that as a negotiation tactic. I look at it like this. And the reason is this. I have for a long time thought, just theorized without any evidence, that they would ask her back. All right. The thing about it is, will she come back? And Cameron would say, she's not going to come back until after Kennedy's gone. So there's the caveat. But it could be Gina. It could. Very slim chance. It also could just be they're announcing a new project. But it's just the way that Doomcock said he was getting his rumblings. The rumblings thing is what makes me go, you know. Well, see, here's the deal. She's in England producing Indy 5. I mean, today my hairstylist was like, I wish she'd just get run over by a bus. I don't want anything bad to happen to KK. I just wish she'd just go away. Now, there's an outside chance that it could actually be them announcing her contract extension. Then watch shares go boom. I mean, I don't think JPEG wants her back. I don't, and he can't say, I don't want you back. I don't want her back publicly. All right. It could be announcing, hey, man, Piranha. It could be announcing something like that. But if it's Gina, that is gonna, that is, hey, C-Man. If it is Gina, that would really be kind of a slap in the face of Kennedy, but I don't think. In some ways, why would they even care anymore? She's producing Indy 5, okay? And I'm gonna tell you this, you know, she could, no, don't touch that, don't. Kojak? That is plastic, you can't have that. Just a second, I gotta grab something. He is such a schmuck. Hey guys, so anyway, I think it's likely not going to be huge just because I'm trying to, you know, not get my hopes up if they announce it. I don't know. I just know that Doomcock is very upbeat. And this sounds like it's big. Okay? I mean, this sounds like it's like we're here, you know. You know, and of course I've got that inside information on those 4 projects, not 3, happening from next October. This is coming October into next year, happening at the Volume Soundstage in London, or outside of London. Star Wars projects. And I'm gonna, again, the weird shit that was going down with a particular actor, it could even be an announcement that. It could even be that. Because I think the talk show host was basically saying this actor is really about to pop. And he was talking about this guy. And I'm like, and then we had Bob Chapek's brain fart. Han Solo, I mean Boba Fett. I think they need a big announcement. I think they need one because to get people talking. I think they need one to get their shares up. The stock market really took a hit this week, really badly, because, you know, Delta variant, who fucking cares? Don't go hang out at old folks' homes then, okay? That's all I can say, live your life. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm really kind of, I'm really kind of intrigued by all this. And, you know, we've got that report of that casting sheet. You know, Doomcock saying that he saw, that he got a rumor that Gina was on the set of the Boba Fett. You know, it could be, The thing that it sounds to me is that it's bigger than announcing a show. Okay, it's bigger than announcing in a show. So it's either personnel, some way, or they're basically breaking the news now that the leadership change at Lucasfilm. Because you know what we should do? We haven't done this. Let's go see if dipshit has been on Twitter lately. Because the only way we'll... Yeah, and I don't I don't know. I mean, this is just really kind of weird to me. And I think it's a big one. I really, really do, and I don't think it's bad. Because the vibe everyone's getting. The things I've heard from other people I mean, I sent Craig that Pablo tweet, and he was like, that's pretty cut and dried. You know, Pablo's done. And he knows he's done. Why are you doing this to me? I don't want you on there. You know, they've already done enough to piss off the fans. I mean, think about it. You know, it's just, you know, I don't think it's a show announcement. I really, really don't. This just doesn't feel like it is. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But all right, he hasn't been on this Twitter account for 20 hours. Okay. And usually he's on, you know, so if it's more than 24 hours, then we'll see what he said here. Okay, people are just, it's a really weird account, but I'll show you. There's J.W. Rensler's daughter, thing for him, but that's it. I don't know what to think, you guys. It wouldn't, you know, Troy, it wouldn't surprise me. That's why. I mean, that stuff that I talked about came out of the blue. Like, it's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? You know, I wasn't expecting it. Ooh, let's see what Matt Martin's doing. Has he been tweeting? I was already super excited. Oh, so he's talking about Dead Space. And this is Matt Martin. I'll have fun. We'll find Avara Chris in the fucking discount bin at Ollie's. So, they're not in the know, but if this has something to do with personnel changes, then they might be gone. I don't think Matt Martin is, even though I would probably fire him, just because I think he was part of the attacks on Gina. But as far as anything else, I don't think he would know. I don't think they want him to know. I have to put the dog in his thing just a second, because he's being a real jerk. He literally just spent 20 minutes outside and he wants to go back. Just a second. You get to see my fat butt. Not for long though. House! Come on! I'm done. Come on. House. Come on, buddy. Come on. I'll let you out. Go, 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 go. Huh. All right. So anyway, this is just going to get really exciting. I mean, I'm completely like I probably won't be able to sleep tonight. Watch, I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'll get up early, watch Bad Batch. The announcement will come, and it'll be like grass is green, and I'll be like, oh, you know, I'll be pissed. This is going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. I think, and I'm going to tell you something. If it's Gina, that's a signal we yub nub. That's a signal, the public signal, that Kennedy's done and the story group is finished. Hey, Craig. Ook. Yay, Craig. Hi. Hi. I'm so excited. This is, Craig is one of the, I think, one of the founding members of the We've Got This, We Know What's Going to Happen team. And him and Doomcock and Cameron have always been like, they get their information from different places. And yet, it always ends up being right. That's how you do intelligence. Hey, Kev. I see Mr. Bond is here. My hornet nest kicker. Usually, Deborah, let's see, when I found out they had, when I found out Chuck Wendig got fired, and he really did get fired, I was up at the barn putting the horse away after a ride, and I got a message. I think it was from Cameron, I think. Maybe not, though. It was either from Cameron or somebody sent me a message, or maybe it was John, our friend John, saying, Chuck Wendig got fired. I'm like, what? This is great. This is fantastic. And much revelry happened that night. And we all know why. The things he was saying about Judge Kavanaugh were things that I don't think, I couldn't even wrap my mind around them. Kev Oyston, meet Craig, meet Mr. Bond. You saw the tweet, and you saw what Pablo responded with. This is the guy that so, and Deborah Young is a stalwart at Echo Base Network. Let's see, who else is on here? Euler Greg, Senna Dave. Troy Pacelli is another big name around here. He does Midnight's Edge and Echo Base and a lot of other ones. If Mexican Iron Man jumps in, you get to meet Mike. Mike is great. Paulie at Latino Slant. He made me cry last night. That whole fundraiser, I was watching it and seeing Linda Ronstadt. She is one of my idols. When I was singing, I remember my brother gave me money for my birthday. Took me to the record store, if you remember going to those. And I picked out Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits. It was the Red album. And he was like, why are you doing that? And I go, because I love it. And I got it. And I used to listen to it over and over again and sing with her over and over again. She was one of my idols. And she's got Parkinson's now, so she can't sing. Hi, Troy. And it was just really hard to watch because she meant a lot to me when I was a kid. Her and Lita Ford, I was older, but Ann Wilson, Debbie Harry, and Stevie Nicks. So yeah, that was really hard to watch. But it was a really great fundraiser, and they raised a lot for that documentary, and it was really cool to see. And gee, Doomcock was on there, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm like, so yeah, she's got Parkinson's, so she can't sing anymore. And she grew up, I think her father had a mariachi band. So it was just sad, very sad. This is good stuff, by the way. So anyway, about the big announcement, I think it's going to be. I don't really see a show unless it's a, a big deal like Skywalker. But the way Doomcock talked about it, and he could be listening right now because he is a member here, a subscriber. It doesn't feel like a show. I mean, that would just be a press release. And in October, Ahsoka starts filming in London. You know, so it doesn't really feel like that. It feels like it got something to do with Lucasfilm itself and Star Wars in a deeper way. Oh wow, 29 people. Yay! Get in the chat, say hi to everybody. And hit those like buttons. Hit the like. I, after that thing that she tweeted that he talked about, and after everything I've seen in her, when she tweeted that picture of the three sons, which was kind of reminiscent of Tatooine. Hey, Aislinn. I was like, when I saw that, I thought, there's something really weird going on here. And to me, it just looks like a negotiation tactic. I absolutely agree with Doomcock on that. I think Cameron actually is kind of digging around too now. You guys, okay? I think he's digging around too. Because there's something going on. I have a feeling a lot of people heard rumblings. I'm waiting for, in fact, I thought that Midnight's Edge would put out a Star Wars video with Andre, and he hasn't done it yet. Oh, I don't think she will. I don't think that she'd do that. I don't think that she'd be as hanging out as much. Yeah, I don't know. See, Craig, that's the thing. Here's the only reason why it might not be her. First off, it's embarrassing for them. But then you look at the flip side. It's also, see, fans, we brought her back. We apologized. It could be a big apology to her. Okay, so you can look at it both ways. But then they bring her back. It makes Kennedy look like a jackass, which isn't hard. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. I do believe that they are asking her to come back. And I also believe that she will come back now. The thing about it is this. If it's her, or, yeah, and James Gunn, look, would you let him babysit your kids? Just a question. I gotta say that the way they let her go, she wasn't really working for Lucasfilm. I mean, we gotta understand, she's a contractor. She's an actor. They signed a contract. She wasn't under contract. What they did was say, we no longer want to work with her. Okay. The people that dumped her was her representation, her agency. And that's who dumped her. Okay, literally said, we're done with you. Okay. I would say over the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Oh my God. The extent of historical knowledge on the side of the left is, I know goldfish that actually know more about history than the average SJW. But so the big deal came from the fans. And then the backlash against Kennedy. I mean, I gotta say, I've never seen anything more beautiful than the almost 6,000 comments of saying, bring back Gina, fire Kennedy, blah, 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 in the ratio on that Oscar video. And that's the thing. So we don't know. I mean, this is the thing. There are pros of bringing her back now. Now you got to remember this. That earnings call is on the 2nd of August. Okay? That's a big damn deal. They need something to pump up the investors too. And they took a big hit this week. The stock market got rocked. Cancel Disney Plus. They really can't get subscribers back. They flatlined on that. See, this is why I think it's big. Like it could be Gina, or something like a Luke Skywalker series, or something like that, or announcing that blah 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 is taking over Lucasfilm. And Kennedy's sort of still de facto head of Lucasfilm, but this is what it's going to look like going out. They need positive news. And this is why I think it's probably going to be something like that. It's in it, but again, it seems different than a show. Like, oh, they're doing Ahsoka. Yeah, well, we knew that. Or Mando 3 started filming. Well, Katie Sackhoff said they did, so. They're not announcing the Acolyte. They buried that so deep because they don't want, that would be like, they know no one wants that there's no way, fan energy for that. I mean, they know it. So it's got to be something that is going to bring the investors smiles. That's going to maybe raise the stock price and get people interested in getting Disney Plus subscriptions. All right. Now, that being said, I do like The Bad Batch. I've been watching it. To me, it's, a mediocre version of Clone Wars. It's not one of the best ones, but it's not worse by any means. And we could have done without the Martez sisters. Okay? We really could have. I mean, I don't need shaved head dykes and all the rest of that shit, But it's a pretty decent show. And I liked the Ryloth stuff. I liked seeing Champ, Syndulla, and his wife. Very interesting how we're starting to get to see how the alliance started to form a long time ago. So yeah, I mean, but it's not enough to bring people, because a lot of people don't like watching animated movies. I mean, they would rather watch a live action. Andre basically said he doesn't really like watching animated stuff. He wants to see live action. So if it is a show, it's going to be live action. And if it's a show, and if it's big, then it's Luke Skywalker. Okay, then it's something like that. It's basically kind of setting. They could be announcing the Jedi Academy. In which case, we're going to get maybe Jaina and Jason Solo. I honestly think that Kyle Ron is no longer a factor in anywhere. Okay, he's in the what if pile. He's in the what if pile along with the Stoned Republican Solo. It could be announcing George is back. I don't know. It's really funny the chastened way Pablo Hidalgo's been talking. No, I don't. I honestly, Troy, I don't think Rogue Squadron or Acolyte are going to see the light of day, and I don't think Panda Lando is either. No, not no. I didn't say that Dakare. No, I said Kyle Ron was. I would say that if it's like they're doing Luke's Jedi Academy, then it's Jaina and Jason. It's gonna be Jaina and Jason Solo, and we're probably going to see cameos with everybody else. Okay, which would be great. But I don't know. It's the only thing that would be really big that would cause the world at Lucasfilm to stop would be something about Luke. Okay. I don't know how long. See, here's the deal. I don't think they even have to anymore because I think saving Ahsoka and Rebels basically changed everything. I think Filoni did that deliberately to bring her back because, look, if you look at Disney canon, the first character or the first Padawan that Luke has is Dipshit, is the mule-faced boy. But Ahsoka is saved by Ezra, shows up on that planet, which name I can't remember. Mandalorian Din Djarin goes to help her. She basically says, I can't train him, but take him to Tython, put him on the Seeing Stone at the top of the temple, and if there are any Jedi out there, they might come looking for him. Okay, fine. That's cool. We can do that. And, yeah, you're right, Troy. And if Ahsoka's not there, Luke never finds Grogu. Okay? Luke never finds Grogu. Now think about what that means. That means that the sequel trilogy just goes on its merry way. If Luke finds Grogu, that's a retcon. Okay, because then Grogu is a Padawan. And if the Mandalorian is supposed to be done 5 years after after Return of the Jedi, then that's a retcon. It is a retcon. Okay. And everything's reset. I think saving Ahsoka was basically resetting everything. Now, they could be planning on trying to rehab Kylo Ren, but I don't see how they could. Changing his character, but I just think that they need to get rid of them because the fans who would buy the merchandise don't want to buy them. I don't want to buy a rehabbed Kyle Ren. If someone sends me a 6-inch Black Series figure, hell, if someone sent me a sideshow figure of him, I put it in the burn pile. And if you fucking think I'm kidding, I'm not. I'm not. I want that shit in my house. You know, and that's why I don't think we'll even see them anymore. You know, and there are a lot of people who don't, on the anti-Kathleen Kennedy side, who don't want these changes to come. And we all know where they come from. We all know what they do. All I know is there are people out there who are fans who would rather see the world burn than be happy seeing what is possible. Okay? And that is too bad. That is very much too bad. It's sad too. And the reason is, you're not a Star Wars fan if you don't want to save it. You know, I don't, you know, oh, you got Jackson? That's what that bunny was called, right? Remember that. You know, so I look at this and go, it's already been done. I mean, that's my philosophy, is that the sequel trilogy is already done. Now, a lot of people think that, well, they made references to the sequels. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Hell, they retconned Aftermath. They retconned Aftermath. They used the character of Cobb Vanth, but they retconned it. They retconned Aftermath. The books don't matter. They don't matter anymore. We're going to see a different way of looking at things. I don't think that Disney wants to lose any more money on it. They know what sells. Now, I'm going to say this. The marketing poster for Galaxy's Edge, the Halcyon, the starship, yeah, it was. Yeah, they're going to be drawing off the EU. In one of the poster it's got Kyle Ron on it. And I wrote an email to a very powerful man at Disney and said, I'm not going to go stay there. I can afford to stay at Galaxy's Edge. As long as you use that image to try to get people to come, I'm not going. And the reason is this. I don't like what that character represents. I look at him and I get PTSD. All right, I'm serious. I look at Adam Driver and I get PTSD. And the reason is his fans are crazy and they suck, and I think they're dangerous. All right, I really, really do. Those women are nuts, okay? Second of all, I don't like the daddy hate porn. Okay? And that's what he represents. I don't like Adam Driver. Now, you know, you could have some people we know yelling at me going, he is a Marine, blah, blah, blah. My husband commanded thousands of Marines. If you knew how many Marines I've met, and one guy in particular who was a bad Marine that I actually, if the first sergeant hadn't been there, I would have gone off on him. But the first sergeant did a pretty damn good job. I've known good Marines. I've known amazing Marines. I've known heroes. No, Takari, he got hurt. Driver got hurt in a mountain bike accident. He didn't wash out. I've known plenty of Marines. I've known amazing guys. I've known heroes. Silver Star winners, recipients that worked for my husband. Him being a Marine is about as impressive as my car keys. Big deal. I don't care. you know, he's not down to earth. When he starts talking about acting, I want to gag. Here's what Harrison Ford thinks about acting. Let's pretend. That's it. Don't take it so seriously. Oh, I know I have. I think the guy is overrated. And I mean, let's put it this way. The fur that they took off my dog yesterday, and when they use that shedding shampoo, and they take the heavy duty, like the basically the hose, and all the fur comes off, he's about as impressive as that. Well, if it is sequel based, and that's the thing, that poster, is it? I mean, how old is that poster? Was that poster done years ago and they went with it? I don't, you know, they have to literally eliminate the sequels completely. Or call him the character that you see there, Darth Revan, considering that the motherfucker stole his mask anyway, right? That's the thing. I'm like, when I first saw him, I'm like, they brought Revan back? What? You know? And now it's like, and then the Raylos. I mean, I can't tell you the joy it gave me watching them bawl their eyes out when he croaked. I was laughing so hard. I cheered so hard. You know, I told this very powerful man in an email, get your act together. Get rid of the sequel trilogy. Get rid of it. I am not patronizing that place. I talked to Dana Lash about going to it. She's all for it. Now it's like, I mean, she might go anyway, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I do too. I mean, I've actually met Arlie Ermy. How's that one? Great guy. Wonderful man. And what's really funny is that when I'm out and about, and you know, there's some veterans about, that's okay. Get the kids to bed. And they start talking to my husband. They all know immediately. He was a senior officer. I mean, it's really weird. It's like, D, 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 D. You know, I was like, wow. How do you guys know that? But he knew immediately. He saw me and Rudy standing there, and we started talking to him. And he was doing a Toys for Tots benefit. Okay, see you later. And we talked to him for a good 15 minutes. Great guy. And he kept referring to Rudy as sir, and Rudy didn't really say what he did. But at the time, because I think the general was forward in Afghanistan, Rudy was the head of Headquarters Battalion, which was a regimental-sized battalion, about 2,500 guys. He was the chief of staff to the 1st Marine Division commander, who was forward, and he was the commanding officer of the 1st Division. So we would get phone calls all night. This happened, this happened, this happened. He was basically living the life of a colonel and a 2-star general. And it was like, can we just take some time off and please? In fact, his picture should be up at the White House at Camp Pendleton. Yeah, they call the headquarters building the White House there. And Arlie put it together, like, boom. And I was like, how do they do that? But they just do it. It's like, they kind of have this radar, officer on the deck radar, you know. Oh, really? Did they? Well, I'm not going then. No one's going to be able to afford it anyway. I mean, it makes me wonder. They're taking the sequel trilogy out of the parks, and they're leaving it in that overly priced hotel. I hope that the thing has like problems with the plumbing and just floods. They deserve that. I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. You know who's gonna go there? A bunch of fucking railers trying to hump the cast member playing Kyle Ron. Pull off his helmet and he's some bald dude or some shit. Expecting to see, you know, ugly ass, and it's gonna end up being some dude with no hair. No fucking way, mate. No. No. If they're retconning the sequel trilogy to the point where it's gone, then they need to do that there too. All right? Because again, I can afford to go. My sister and I were planning on going. Now I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not. I don't. I'd be afraid I'd say something shitty to him. You know, go into your what if universe and leave us alone, please. All right? Why don't they have Vader running around the hotel? And Boba Fett? I mean, the bounty hunters and all that shit. Why that cocksucker? You know, I don't get it. No one likes him. The only ways Hasbro can sell his figures is if they put him in a Sith six-pack and in a Sith pack, and he's not even a Sith. He's not even a Sith. Yeah, and they should bring those back. They should bring. They should have Boba there. They should have Django. They should have Din Djarin running around there. Hey, hard work. They should have. You know, you could have Vader and the Emperor. Yeah, they could. Yeah, you know, I mean, they could go and do that. You know, I mean, they could. I mean, could you imagine? You're having dinner at the nice restaurant, and all of a sudden you look and you see these these stormtroopers show up, and then Vader sweeps in. Shit, you know. I mean, no one knows what to do. I mean, that would be really fucking cool. Instead, we get, I'm mad at my dad. You know, it's like, what the fuck, man? Get the fuck out. You're ruining my dinner. You make me want to drink more. Get the fuck out. That'd be my opinion. The door, right there. Get the hell out of here. But you know, I think they need to change the Falcon too. Get that rectangular fucking sensor dish off there. So, anyway, yeah, there's something definitely going on, and I'm excited. I really, really am. And Greedo? See, you could have Ahsoka running around. You could have her running, you could have Anakin. I saw a guy. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Troy. There's a video of a cosplayer of Anakin Skywalker with a little girl. You remember the dress from Attack of the Clones where Padme has her hair and she's got those little side buns, but it's a really elegant, like bronze, gold colored dress. And the little girl is in this, and he wants to say hi to her and she won't. And you can hear the mom going, oh, she knows all about you, Anakin. He looks up at her and smiles. I'm like, holy shit, it's Hayden. That guy looks just like Hayden Christensen, except for a little strong to the jaw. But he looks just like him. Up to that point, I'm like, the costume was perfect. I'm like, get him in there. Put the prequels and the OT together. Let the games begin. You could have someone dressed up as Senator Palpatine, and then you could have someone dressed up like the Emperor. Think about it. You could have Jabba's sail barge. They could have done that. They could have done Jabba's palace for part of the, the festivities or whatever, somewhere nearby. Oh, that's cool. You know, I'm just like, they need to do that. They don't, I mean, the sequel trilogy isn't selling. They know that. I am refusing to go to that fucking hotel, if they're reskinning the park for Mandalorian in the aftermath of Return of the Jedi, why the fuck are these dolts running around the ship? I want to see him. I don't want to see him. I want to see Vader. You know, I want to see Vader. I mean, that's what I want to see. I mean, what if they did this? They went way back and brought Revan in. They wouldn't have to change the costume much. Just change the mask just a little bit. And then you could have Darth Revan, and that would be cool. There's so many characters. But no, we got the bestest ever. And the mule-faced boy. And I can't imagine trying to eat dinner, drink a glass of wine, relax, and having him walk in and all the Raylos. Ah! I think I would probably commit suicide on that. Yeah, John, that's exactly what happened. And this is a real story. This came from one of the guys, vice presidents who was running the Imagineers. They were working on doing the original trilogy. She came in and said, I think we should cater to the new fans, who she thought would magically appear. There's nothing like the hindsight or the foresight of a wretched, angry, third wave feminazi bitch. I mean, it's like, where are these fans? Where are they? I mean, her legacy is continued box office drops. One movie outright lost $250 million, and a series of books that will end up at Ollie's in 2 years, right? I was just at Target, and the Justina Ireland, Daniel Jose Older books were in the children's section. They haven't sold. And they haven't sold. All right. My thing is this: if you want Star Wars to continue, don't change it. Introduce it and grow it, but introduce it to the younger generation the way it should be. That's it. That's all you have to do. You know, and little boys need heroes. They need Luke, they need Han, they need Anakin. Little girls need Leia. They don't fucking need whoever Carrie was playing. What a fucking dumpster fire. What a disgraceful way to end for her. I mean, fuck. You know, and they don't feel bad. If you think that J.J. Abrams and Lawrence Kasdan and the rest of these, you know, leftist hacks, has-beens, cared about what they made the OT characters look like. No, they didn't. I mean, Larry Kasdan bitching about Disney and saying he'd never work at Disney again after Solo. And it's like, but your son's script sucked. Dude. That's the shittiest fucking thing I've ever seen. What the Ron Howard couldn't save that. You know, they should have just quit filming and shut down the production and said, we're done. We're done. $250 million. You know, part of it was backlash for The Last Jedi. But I'm going to tell you something. Awful Aaron Yuck, here's the other part. Okay. You know, but Anthony Ingruber himself couldn't have saved that. You know, if you don't, you know, and my message to John Kasdan, if you didn't want to fucking write it, then why the fuck did you work on it? And I don't give a shit if you made a lot of money. Because when I went to the high seas to watch a little, what I saw was horrible, horrible. Ugh. You know, I can't imagine. I can't imagine being standing by that. You know who likes that movie? Pablo fucking Hidalgo. Because they get to see a cuck Han Solo. And that skinny rat, Emilia Clarke, cuck Han Solo. I'm like, you know what? Dave Filoni is nowhere on this. Nowhere on this. Filoni had anything to do with that, they wouldn't have had that script. I'm right now, I've got to upload the 3rd chapter of my fan fiction, and you can find it in the community page. You want the Han Solo, kind of like how he got to Nar Shaddaa. There's the 2 characters that I created. One actually kind of looks like Kurt Russell. Leiko Natera he did a fabulous job on them. It's called One Night on Nar Shaddaa. Then you go look, there's a picture of the guy that played General Regan, and that's prologue. And then up, you got Han walking away from the Falcon. That's chapter 1. Chapter 2 is Luke and Anakin. Okay, it's a very short chapter. But if you want to read them, go right ahead. They're fun to write. I got to add chapter 3 and then chapter 4. And I think you guys will like what I got. I really, really do. And chapter 5 was a lot of fun to write. A lot of fun. It's definitely not kids. It's definitely not a kid's book story. But I wanted to show what the underworld was. And I wanted Luke to be like in shock at a lot of things that he saw. Okay. And a little bit overwhelmed. Because think about it, him and Leia were actually pretty sheltered. And they're on a mission to find somebody. They have to go to Nar Shaddaa to talk to somebody that Han knows, and then they get detoured. And this is where Luke gets introduced to a lot of funny things. And then he gets to see Han beat the shit out of somebody that owes him money. And we get to see a very dark version of Han Solo. I can't, as far as that goes. But, that's the problem, is that, Trayla, is that nobody who wrote on that script, neither Kasdan, wanted to make the movie. Nobody cared about the character. And nobody casting asked, is he really what Han Solo should really be represented as? No one asked. And it's, and I'll say something. To me, Rogue One, the characters, except for Galen Erso and Orson Krennic, are forgettable. I can't stand Saw Gerrera. But the story is interesting. The Empire is interesting. And god damn, Tarkin, oh my god. I almost came up out of my seat. And then Leia and fucking Vader. I was like, when that happened, oh my god. That was fucking cool. All right, that was just like, yeah. And then Leia shows up, and off they go to Tatooine. And there we jump into A New Hope. Pretty freaking cool. Anyway, I've been on for an hour, and I gotta get the dog outside. I'm going on Drinks with Dee Dee, which is a podcast, and we're talking about the mafia in Atlantic City. And I'm really kind of looking forward to this. As you know, Dee Dee Sorvino is married to the actor and movie star Paul Sorvino. So, and we've been friends for a long time. So, it's on I think it's on iTunes and any place where podcasts you can find them, and it's called Drinks with Dee Dee. So you guys will love it. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'm not drinking right now because I'm trying to get. I hate my doctor. All right, I really do. But anyway, but I'm also trying to lose 20 pounds. And last night I kind of fell off the wagon, but it was a lot of fun listening to Polly. So, yep, that's it. That's it. Thanks, Troy. So anyway, so when it's uploaded, it'll be there where Troy put it. So you guys will get to see me getting razzed by Dee Dee, and it'll be fun. And maybe Polly will show up himself. Okay, so this is Steph signing out. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't get excited about it. I mean, they're gonna do Ahsoka, and I'm gonna watch it because I think it's gonna be good because it's in the Favreau is running it. I think it could be, again, very rare possibility it could be Gina. But it also could be an announcement that Lucasfilm is transitioning to somebody else's leadership. They need something to get the investors excited. Okay? Now remember that. If it happens tomorrow, remember, they need something to get the investors excited. So I gotta go. See you guys around the galaxy. Bye, Craig. It was good having you in the chat. Come by more. Okay? Talk to y'all later. And if it's good news, maybe we should do a live stream where we can, and I will get drunk. I have my bottle of Clico. It's waiting to be drunk. All right, it's waiting.